I'm going to go ahead and answer this question for you guys, and that is, can narcissists and empaths be together? The truth of that question is they sometimes do end up together, but it never lasts. They can be together in the early stages, but it will come crashing down, and it will fail once the empath seeks out this person for who they really are, and they would never accept a human being like that in their lives if they had any brains at all. It would be very rare if a narcissist and an empath had a long-lasting, successful relationship. There's no success in relationships with narcissists. The only way is if a narcissist conned and tricked an empath so badly to the point where they shaped and molded this person into the next narcissist and made this person like themselves, and they lived a long time in a toxic way. And this can happen. This does happen. I think there could be some empathic people that are so scared to be alone that they could accept life with a narcissist and become like them, because there's not a hope in hell that the narcissist is going to become like the empath. There is not a hope in hell. They don't have what it takes inside of them. It's not going to work out unless this person really seeks therapy and really takes what's going on serious. It's what they have to do. And a lot of the time also, a narcissist will also discard an empath before an empath catches on to who they are, which makes the empath go crazy. And I've been that person before. I've been with a female before where everything sent perfect. This girl sent like everything I wanted. It was really like that. It was really like that. And you have nothing but good times with this person, and all of a sudden you're being discarded out of nowhere. Like one day just appears. And it's like boom. Dropped like you were just nothing. And you were literally down for this person. You were literally caring for this person. You were literally thinking about this person every single day. You seen value in this person. And all of a sudden you're discarded. That shit just leaves you bewildered, confused, angry, just all these emotions. And it's a horrible feeling because you think this person is actually valuable. You think this person actually has something, when really deep down inside they don't, and everything they're doing is a lie. And when you don't know that, it can really affect you, and it can affect your mental health, like it did to mine in the past. Because you when you're inexperienced, you just think people are people. You obviously know people could feel depressed or could have anxiety or shit like this, but it's like, you see that shit as very curable. You see that shit as temporary feelings. You see that shit like, okay, they might feel this way, they might feel down or a little bit anxious or things like this, but it's gonna pass, it's gonna be fine. But narcissism is a completely different ballgame, and when you don't know about that, and when you don't know it exists, and you deal with one of these individuals, it is nothing like you'll ever see. It's more intense than just being depressed or just having anxiety or shit like this. Because depression and anxiety are emotions every single person on the face of this planet are going to feel throughout life. You are going to feel these emotions. People you love are going to die. You're going to feel depressed. You might not be diagnosed with it. You might not have it for extended periods of time, but whenever you feel sad, that's depressed. You're going to feel the emotion. It doesn't mean it consumes you. You could just feel it. You're going to feel anxiety. You could do something crazy, which gives you anxiety. But when it comes to narcissism, it's a completely different ballgame. It's like this shit never comes to an end, and they are like this forever. Forever toxic. Forever dramatic. Forever unfaithful. They're just scums of the earth types of people, and if you deal with one, it's a heartbreaking, earth-shattering experience that you never want to go through again. I know I never want to go through this shit again, and I avoid all females at cost that have any problems at all. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. And if some girl, or if you're a girl, or some guy really want it to be in your life that bad, they're going to make it work. And they're going to put in work to be in your life. Literally. If somebody wants to be in your life that bad, they will literally go above and beyond to change in a positive way, to be healthy enough to be in your life, and to actually bring value to your life. Because I know I would make changes if I really wanted to be in somebody's life and I had an opportunity to live a good life with somebody. If I needed to make changes, if shit was off, I would do it in a heartbeat. That's motivating. You have something of value. How can people like this not change for something so valuable? It just doesn't even make sense. That's how down and that's how stunned these individuals really are. And they're entitled to change. They think they're going to get something good without needing to change. And it's just not true. And these individuals are their own worst enemy. And they usually always end up alone and miserable. And there's nothing wrong with being alone, but there's something wrong with being miserable. And that's what they are. And it's because of their egos, their fragile egos. And that's just another reason why narcissists will never have a relationship with an empath. Because it's just never going to work. No empath is going to accept a narcissist into their lives. They're going to feel that toxicity. They're going to feel that negativity from their partner. And they're not going to accept it. And I know for a fact, if things would have proceeded in certain relationships I was in, I know for a fact I would have had to cut them off. Looking back at it now, seeing these people for who they really are, yeah, I would have had to cut them off. And guess what? These individuals will discard you first before you can do that. Because they want to be the ones to do that. They still want you. They discard you, they still want you. Which is the craziest thing. Some of these individuals are not all that dumb. And they even know themselves that you're not going to put up with their bullshit. They know you deserve better than them. Some of these individuals will admit it. I've had one admit it to me before. You don't know who I really am. I'm messed up. You deserve better. These are words I've heard before, guys, and I'm not even joking. I've heard these words before. And at the time when I was younger and I heard these things, I couldn't understand. because I didn't even get to see that part of that person. I didn't even get to see it. So I was still wondering, like, no, like, you're crazy. Like, you're good enough. Like, what are you talking about? This person will still not show you this side to them. They will still not show you their true colors. They will just let you know it. Because this is what happened with me, guys. I shit you not. Not joking. Sometimes you'd wish you'd seen those true colors so you could be like, oh, okay. Okay. That's who they are. Okay. But whenever people tell you things like this, you should believe them. You should believe them. I know I do now. I know whenever let's say I'm talking to somebody new, which I get things out of people, because why wouldn't I? Do you think I'm just going to talk to somebody and just act like everything's 100% perfect, like there's no issues? We're going to get to know each other real well. Real well. That's the right way to do it anyways. It's not like you're being an insecure person because you want to know so much about somebody. It's not like that at all. It's the fact that you want to do this because it's the right way anyways. You should get to know somebody. Why the hell wouldn't you? Why should you trust somebody? Why should you trust some stranger that you just met? You don't know their background. They could have been in and out of jail or prison. Like, that's very highly unlikely, but like you just know what I mean. Obviously, you want to get to know somebody. Common sense. So, any single person that I talk to, even recently, even as of right now, and to the rest of the time, I'm going to know exactly what I'm dealing with before I am any bit invested into this. Before I know what I'm dealing with, I look at you. I'm not going to say as a joke, but I don't take you very seriously until things get serious in itself. That's how you have to be. Just go with the flow. Don't be too invested into something before you know exactly what it is. You want to know exactly what you're dealing with before you get invested. And this is all I gotta say about that. This will save you a lot of time, a lot of trouble. It could save you a lot of heartache. It could save you a lot. It could save you money. You know, if you're a type of person that likes to spoil somebody that you're talking to, I was never like that because I never even got to those stages. You know what I mean? I was never, all these relationships I was in, guys, was very strange, like very toxic. Like, good in the beginning, you hit it off enough to make you start to catch feelings for this person, but like, they never lasted. They never lasted to the point where you start to really care more and more and more for this person. You start to hang out with them more and more and more. Things are healthy, things are good. You guys love each other. You start to buy this person certain things. It never even got to those points. Like, it was always like the beginning stages, which is enough to make you catch feelings, especially when you're young. Especially when you're young. As I got to like 19 and above, it became very hard for me to catch feelings for somebody. Very hard. Like, I still got emotionally invested a little bit in certain connections and relationships I was in after the age of 19, but not to the point where if this gets cut off, I'm going to be a complete wreck. Not to that point. Because I learned my lesson, and you start to live life for yourself, and you're not in this codependent, sick reality of a relationship. Codependency is, it's not right. It's not the right way of life. You need happiness within yourself. You need to focus on yourself every single day. And other people that are in your life, OGs that are in your life, is the bonus. You are the prize. I'm the prize. You guys are the prize. Every single one of you guys are the prize. Every way around the board. We have to make ourselves the prize. That way everybody else who comes around you is also the prize. We are all ourselves. We are all thriving in our own lives. When we come together, it's nothing but good energy, good vibes, laughs all around, nothing but good times. And if it's not like that, if you're with somebody that's always dependent on other people for happiness, for attention, you're going to notice how toxic these individuals really are, and how not fun these individuals really are. Because that's what it used to be for me, and it's just, those relationships suck. You want better relationships, people that have better energy, people that aren't so jealous and bitter and envious and all these other things. You want more people like yourself, because you're focused on yourself. You want other people that are focused on themselves as well. Not codependent, where they're dependent on, I need to see the boys in the weekends, I need to do this, I need to do that. These people have no happiness within themselves. The only time they're happy is whenever they're distracted by somebody else. They need somebody else. When they look in the mirror, when they are alone, they don't even know who they are. But you know what, if that's you right now, it's okay. But get to it, pal. Get to it. Start doing that inner work. And come out on top, because if you don't, you're going to pay. And if you don't, you're going to struggle a lot more in life down the road. Trust and believe that. You need to become more confident in your own skin. You got to become more confident around other confident people. And that's just the way it is. So, this was my take on why narcissists and empaths relationships never work out, and we all know they never do. We all know that. And like I said, the only way, if it ever did, is if a narcissist turned the empath into a narcissist and they forever lived miserably forever until the end of time, until the end of their lives, which it can happen. It can happen, and you don't want that to be you. Because the narcissist is never going to follow the empath's lead and all of a sudden become an empath and become a good, well-rounded person themselves. It's not going to happen. So, I'm going to get out of here now. I'll get back to some more videos tomorrow, guys. Until next time, peace out.